when you get close to the NCAA tournament.
12 in a row for the Card. Their last loss was December 4th to South Carolina. Since then, they've been stacking W's. Road blacks for Louisville.
Both teams like to play man-to-man.
Taj Roberts on the drive and the kick. Mackenly Randolph from deep. Starting lineup for Stanford. It is the first career start for Alex Eschmeyer, joined in the lineup by the other freshmen, Swain and Shumfai. Possession arrow will stay at this end.
Well, they'll both play man-to-man defense. Stanford will have a little bit of a softer cover. They might switch, they might go under some ball screens, they might be at the level of the screen on a hedge. Whereas Louisville, they're gonna overplay, be up the line, they're gonna aggressively try to get steals. It's a different mindset defensively, both effective for their personnel.
Shumfai inbounds to Chloe Clardy. She'll pull up mid-range and hit it.
How many times has Kate Pay said to us that the junior class has to step up, and Chloe Clardy's a part of that junior class along with Courtney Ogden.
Both in the starting lineup tonight.
There's that up the line overplaying, forcing teams to go backdoor into their help.
Ogden turned away by Laura Ziegler, the transfer from St. Joe's, and the shot clock winding down on Stanford. Off the dribble, into the paint for Swain, and that won't drop for Haley, and here comes Louisville. Ziegler with the nice pass inside to Hardy, the sophomore from Detroit.
And this is a big lineup on the floor for Jeff Walls in the starting lineup with 3 players on the front line that can play 3, 4, and 5. All of them can shoot it, they all can handle it.
They get the steal. Pull up, 17-footer short from Roberts. And then Taj able to take it right back.
Interesting matchup with Hardy inside going against the freshman Eschenmeyer, excuse me. This is her first start as a freshman at Stanford.
Roberts, cross court. That won't go for Ziegler. Transition 3, around and out from Ogden.
Look how quickly Louisville advances up the floor. They run the floor hard.
Randolph already has 1, make it 2.
What a start from Mackenly Randolph, the McDonald's High School All-American, back-to-back triples.
She only had 8 all season coming in tonight.
Yeah, she's just a 33% three-point shooter. They'll have to find her in transition now.
See if Stanford can get something going. 4 straight empty possessions for them. Ziegler, 1 and done. The rebounding advantage on paper belongs to Louisville coming in. Istanbululu swatted and rejected by Ogden. Now Swain will push. Shumfai for 3, got it.
Lara Shumfai, the 6'3" freshman. I love her game. I love her mentality, her skill set, her approach. Both these coaches are very scout-driven. They'll give you a good blueprint for how they think teams should be defended.
Ziegler, nope. And that'll go to Stanford.
Three balls flying tonight, early.
6 of the 11 shot attempts combined for the two sides from deep. 4 minutes in. Here's Ogden going to try the paint, and she'll muscle that one up and in. Randolph lost the handle. Raina Scott, the senior from New York City, getting set to check in. Clardy will go out.
Louisville, one of the deepest teams in the country and most productive off the bench. Second in the nation in bench points at 37 a game. Little clear out for Shumfai, and she's going to get the offensive foul.
Got into Istanbuloglu, the 6'3" junior from Turkey. First foul on
They're not calling it Turkey anymore, huh?
Istanbuloglu, nice pass, blocked inside once, and then Ziegler fouled.
Her first start in a Cardinal uniform. This group is highly talented. They were the #3 rated recruiting class coming out of high school.
A quad 1 win opportunity for both sides. Louisville with 5 of them already. Stanford with a couple. And here is Courtney Ogden on the run. Good transition for Stanford.
Assist Kate Pay. One of the first things they worked on in shoot-around today was breaking the Louisville press.
On the drive, Istanbuloglu, the 6'3" junior.
So before we got the national audience, there were a lot of threes. Now you come out of the timeout, both teams being aggressive, trying to get points in the paint.
Ogden had a 25-point outing earlier this year against Cal. They're looking for some consistency from their upperclassmen. And here's Louisville looking to rebound and run it. Raina Scott around and out. Good box out there for Mary Ashley Stevenson. Swain on the drive, a little out of control.
Well, the tempo is really picked up here, and this will favor Louisville. They like to play fast, and they have more depth than Stanford.
Scott and one on the step through.
Raina Scott, the transfer from Oklahoma, a starter in the second half of the season last year for Jenny Baranchek. Look how in transition she gets to that hip of the defender. If you don't see 2 shoulders and 2 hips, you take it until they stop you, and Raina Scott handles the contact with no problem.
Scott and Barry and Skylar Jones, their bench provides 37 points per game. That's second best in the country. Raina's career high, a 20-point outing against Notre Dame. For Jeff Walls, 5 different guys have a 20-point night this year. And it's pretty much whose turn, who's up. They get the hot hand going.
It's incredible balance. Most of Jeff Wall's best teams have had an alpha. And we asked him about it today in shoot-around. He doesn't really have that, but what he has is a combination of players that really want to win, that have great chemistry. And when they came in the gym today, they were loud and they were having fun. You can tell they're on a 12-game winning streak.
Swain can't knock it down. A second chance here for Stevenson up and in. Yeah, you talk about alphas. 5 of the last 10 ACC players of the year have been Cardinals. This is a little different look for this group as Skylar Jones walks with it.
This might not be a group that has a player on a national list right now, but Amari Berry coming into the game might be the one that gets on the list here as the second half of the season or conference play.
And maybe a championship-worthy team. They have a showdown looming a week from tonight with Duke that may just decide the regular season championship, as both come in unbeaten in league play tonight. Off the bounce, that is her game. Shay Ijiwoye.
Weak side busy, and it took the help away. Nobody saw the drive coming.
Ziegler gets it inside. Istanbuloglu with the size advantage, drops it in.
I think Ziegler and Istanbuloglu, Beth, have great versatility in their game. They can shoot the three, they can post up, they both can handle, and they both have capabilities of making decisions with the ball on the top of the floor.
Ziegler was a star in the A10 last year. Istanbuloglu with international experience with the Turkish national team. Ziegler in the trail. That one's off the mark. Shumfai with a nice rebound, and she'll run it the other way.
She can handle like a guard now at 6'3".
She can also shoot it. Had a late three at the end of regulation to tie their game against Cal the other day. Here's Barry off the bounce, and got a foul on Stanford on the rebound. Istanbuloglu slow to get up here. That's going to be the second on Stevenson. She will depart. Oh yeah, the shove from behind there.
Not the hand in the face with Shumfai.
Here is Barry. Big breakout season for her. Randolph. Sophomore classmates combining there.
That is 3 triples from Mackenly Randolph to start the game. Really nice job of lifting on the weak side at that ball screen action.
We've had to look at the stat sheet a couple times just to double check. 8 all season, Debbie, and now 3 in the first 10 minutes tonight.
So the middle ball screen, Courtney Ogden is tagging the roll, and Randolph lifts. And when you lift up the lane like that, up to the wing, that gives you space to score. It's really well done.
Well, we talked about it could be anybody's night for Louisville. It may be hers already with 9 points. Her season high is 12.
Which was the last game.
Daughter of NBAer Zach Randolph. And a forced turnover there for the Louisville defense.
So Louisville's defense will be aggressive up the line, overplaying, going for steals, whereas Stanford will play a little bit of a softer cover to be able to stay on the glass with Louisville and rebound, not give up any offensive rebounds. So far, the Cardinal has only given up 2.
Using that screen, they were working on that a lot at shoot-around today. Ziegler fights for the rebound, gets him another chance. Oh, Scott with the pretty look away and the lay-in. Rocking the baby. Final minute of this first quarter. Eschmeyer trying to back her way down, and a shot at a double-digit lead here. Barry, nice feed, and the missed layup. Louisville will come at you again. This time, it's a turnover for Stanford. Ijiwoye got it up and in.
Really nice job of switching sides of the floor, especially when you're running up the backside of a big, like Ijiwoye was that time, up the backside of Ziegler.
Final seconds of the quarter. Barry using that ball screen. And that'll do it. 22-15. Louisville in front on the...
Mackenly Randolph.
And look at that. 8 all season. 9 points in the first quarter. She's 4 shy of tying her career high. As we start this second quarter, Louisville in front, trying to stay unbeaten in the ACC and win a 13th game in a row. Stanford trying for another quality win. This would be a Q1 opportunity for their resume. and be their biggest win of the season, trying to take down a top 10 foe.
What an interesting defensive assignment that was right there. Ijiwoye went under the first ball screen and fought to get over the top, required a switch, and got stuck on the block, and she held her own against Istanbululu. Ijiwoye and Istanbululu, that's a mouthful.
Swain gonna stay at this end, but it didn't look like any of the Cardinals touched it. Officials will get together to talk about it. Oh, Istanbululu had a hand in there, but who did it go off of? They're going to keep it at this end. Palani Spurlock, Katie Lukanich, Safe Esho, our officiating crew tonight. And is Jeff Walls calling for an appeal here?
He did.
Clardy will inbound.
They're staying in man.
Ijiwoye probes the baseline and wraps it up and in. She struggled a bit against Cal, but she's coming out much better here tonight.
Just do what you do well,
Yep.
and you will help your teammates. Then they know what you can do, and they count on you that way.
5'6" sophomore from Phoenix, getting a lot more playing time with Lopolo out. Once again, Stanford down 2 starters. No Nunu Agara either today, their leading scorer. Both are unavailable.
Another basket for Randolph.
She's got 11, 2 shy of a career high. They got a bunch of players, Debbie, around 10 or 12 points a night. Skip pass, Eschmeyer. Shumfai, the 2 freshman post players. Quiet so far tonight. Barry on the run with numbers, and Jones is fouled on the drive.
Mackenly Randolph has already shown us her ability from outside the arc. Now she's on the glass, offensive rebounding. That is the 5th offensive rebound for Louisville. And that was a key for Kate Pay, and it was a lot about how they wanted to defend so they wouldn't get out of rotation, since Louisville does crash the offensive boards.
Jones, a 76% free throw shooter. Louisville now 9 second chance points, and that matches their advantage. Oh, nice cross, Ijiwoye. Comes up short on the lay-in, and here comes Randolph with the push.
Oh, what a pass.
Up ahead for the runner is good.
What a beautiful lead pass by Mackenly Randolph.
Taj Roberts had the finish. Another steal taken away from behind by Barry. Roberts gets it right back and nails the 3. Timeout, Stanford. Cards have assisted on 7 of their 11 buckets. Championship a week from tonight on ESPN. Another steal, Randolph. Bothered on the shot by Shumfai.
Ball fake, ball fake, ball fake. How many times do we hear Kate Pay say that in practice today? Louisville
lot.
comes with a full court pressure, and you throw that long, soft pass across the top of the floor like that, trying to get it to the middle, and that's just easy pickings for Louisville.
Step back for Roberts, using the screen. Shumfai with the rebound, her 3rd. Stanford looking for a bucket to get them going here. And instead, it's another turnover. They'll get it right back.
They're all sped up right now, and that's Louisville's defense, speeding them up. And without your natural point guard, Lopolo on the floor, it does ruin the rhythm sometimes and the cadence of your offense.
Wow, that's another Louisville takeaway, and then they get sloppy, almost lose it. Wide open triple on the way from Jones, no. Offensive rebound and another chance. Here's Roberts. Eschmeyer clears. Ijiwoye will back it out. Shumfaye on the three. Quick shot.
Yeah, I'm wondering if fatigue is starting to play a little bit of a role. Like Eschmeyer plays 13 minutes a game. She's in the starting lineup for Stanford, and she has already played 13 minutes.
Yep. Barry takes the handoff, back up top to E. Off the bounce. And an offensive foul. Hey, Sunday on ESPN and the ESPN app, the Women's Game Day crew will be at Moody Center for that OU Texas showdown. That'll be on ABC, and the day starts on ESPN with Baylor and West Virginia. Big Sunday doubleheader coming your way. Implications for both the Big 12 and the SEC, and possibly 1 and 2 seed conversation, certainly for the Texas Longhorns. As we inch closer, only about 9 or 10 games remaining after today to the postseason as Ogden hits the jumper. And that'll end the Stanford drought of a few minutes. Scott off the bounce, short. Good bother that time defensively by Eschmeyer.
Ijiwoye coming right at you downhill.
Eschmeyer knew it was off. Tried to track it down. Instead, it is Barry. Pulls up on the run, and it's it.
Soft mid-range jumper, Beth.
Barry's first bucket. Matches their biggest lead of the half. Swain for three.
We watched Swain this morning get up a bunch of shots early in the gym. She's looking good.
Just a 22% shooter from downtown, so that's big for her confidence. Scott off the fake. Ijiwoye up for the rebound, and a foul going to be called on Ziegler.
Swain doing a really nice job right here, playing off Mary Ashley Stevenson's ball screen. Just get behind the screen and shoot it. She was hot this morning, going at game speed.
Ijiwoye running the point off the hesitation, and that pass into the third row. Are they going to call, did they call a foul? No, they did not, just turning it over. Louisville wanted the charge.
Well, Louisville's got to keep the heat on, right? They're on the road. They keep the pressure on. They like to run. They are pushing the ball in transition. Their defense is heated up. Stanford's offense. Stanford's got to show some composure.
Yeah, the Cardinal almost as many turnovers as baskets. Ziegler got it. She was a mid-major player of the year finalist last year at St. Joe's, averaged a double-double.
A-10 player of the year.
Yeah. Look at the ball pressure for Louisville. Eschmeyer trying to go to work, spins in the lane, and that's an extra step. That is their 6th turnover this quarter.
I keep watching Alex Eschmeyer over the course of her season for Kate Pay, the head coach, and I can't wait to see the upside, right? I just know a weight room, off-season development. They run her off staggers. They run her off screening action. For somebody with that kind of size, with that kind of touch outside the arc, they can get their feet organized. It's going to be fun watch.
Ziegler will try again, this time from outside the line. Here comes Haley Swain, and that goes off of her knee, and that is now 7 turnovers in 7 minutes. Randolph off the bounce, lays it up and in, and she has matched her career high with 13 here in the first half.
So Jeff Wall's tendency when he has a player get hot is he starts dumping the playbook on that particular player.
Yep.
So look for some sets right now being run for Randolph.
Biggest lead now, up to 15 for Louisville. 3 minutes to go in the half. Swain, high arcing triple. How about that? That's her second of the night. Only had 8 coming in all season.
It's amazing what happens when you work on your game.
Yep, put in the extra time this afternoon. We watched her come in early. Ziegler faces up and hits. She's got 6 with 8 rebounds.
So many options, so many weapons.
The steal for Barry. Attacks the freshman and scores.
That's just great defense, one-on-one.
Former high school player of the year in the state of Tennessee.
Got to get it over, just barely. So Louisville can take you so late into the shot clock, and they already know what your first option is going to be. It makes it really tough to get to another.
Randolph able to tip it away from behind, and then they give it right back. And now Stanford returns the favor.
Mackenly Randolph is having a game. Rips it from the high post to the rim. And then Amari Berry, quick hands and generating an easy look for herself on the other end.
7 steals, 13 points off of turnovers for Louisville. Final 2 minutes of the half. As they look for their 20th win of the season and a 10-0 start to their ACC season, and that'll help. Taj Roberts.
That's a little bit of fatigue, what I'm talking about, Beth. And we heard Kate Pay tell her team that you're young and you're in shape. You put in a lot of time, so don't get tired. Clardy's not tired.
Good runner there for Clardy. Jones off the bounce. Missed the layup. Knocked out of bounds by Barry. Coming up on our Jeep halftime report, SEC upsets tonight. Got that Duke-Miami game also going on tonight that Louisville fans are keeping an eye on. That's the Jeep halftime report with Kelsey Riggs-Cuff and Muffet McGraw coming up. Virginia already a winner tonight in the ACC. That's big for their resume to keep going. Duke in front of Miami right now. Virginia Tech also a winner. That's big for them.
Tough two right there by Clardy. When a team overplays you, you have to be ready to put it on a bounce and get to the rim.
Pull up, Scott.
Simple step-up screen and a mid-range jumper.
First thing we heard from Jeff Walls walking into the gym, shoot with confidence. Use those ball screens, take your open shots. And a chance for Ijiwoye to get to the free throw line for the first time tonight for Stanford. That's just the 4th foul on Louisville this half. Only 5 for Stanford. It's been pretty whistle-free to this point. Hey, coming up tonight, the Nothing But Net crew will break down the evening for you in the ACC with highlights and analysis of every women's game. Also a look ahead to next week's matchups. That's Nothing But Net tonight on ACC Network. The biggest of which, Monday night, is Play 4K on K-Yow Court at NC State.
We'll be there for that one and excited about it. It's a celebration of those battling cancer.
Yep.
Great awareness for women's cancers around the K-Yow Cancer Fund.
All that Coach Yao did during her lifetime and now beyond. Ziegler on the drive. Big first half for her. She's got 8. Already flirting with a double-double. Final seconds of the first half. Ijiwoye out to Shumfai. Got to hustle one up. Off the side of the backboard. Ziegler got a piece of it on the block. And the
Says, okay? But you can call the sets, but the rest of the team's IQ is so good, they recognize it's a very unselfish quality about this year's Louisville team.
All 8 that have played have scored for Louisville, and defensively they have forced 14 turnovers, leading to 16 points.
So Jeff starts the game with 3 bigs, but he counters in the second half with 3 guards. It really keeps the pressure on defensively.
Clardy's runner off the mark, and the rebound to Taj Roberts. Stanford goes with their same group that started the ball game. Randolph off the mark there.
I mean, that's a second half heat check. She can have one of those.
Shumfai drives and dishes. Weak side rebound, and it ends up with Alex Eschmeyer, who will clean it up for her first bucket.
Yeah, Stanford could use a few breaks like that. They've got to take care of the basketball. They have to ball fake against this overplaying defense and try to get some backdoor cuts. We haven't seen them get one backdoor cut yet.
Just 1 assist in that first half. They struggled to get things going in their quarter court. Istanbululu off the mark, and Shumfai has the rebound. Her 4th tonight.
I really thought in shoot-around, one of the emphasis for Kate Pay's team was trying to play with a quicker cadence in the quarter court because they knew Louisville was going to speed them up, so they were trying to prepare for that. It's hard to simulate it.
Yeah. Ogden looking for 3. Look at that box out weak side for Raina Scott. Here's Randolph. Her next bucket will be a new career high for her.
It's a lot of advanced pass by Louisville also. They rebound and they push. It's not really an outlet, it's more of an advanced pass because the ball's already getting into the front court. It really puts a lot of pressure on your defense.
Let's see if they work it back inside. They've hit just one of their last 7 3 attempts. Scott got bumped away from the bucket. And here comes Haley Swain, the freshman. Again, no Nunu Agarrett, no Talana Lapolo. Stanford down 2 starters tonight. Ogden, count it, and a trip to the line.
I didn't think Stanford played through the pinch very much in the first half, and now they're getting the ball to the elbow. Watch right here, a little get action, if you will. Sort of a give and go. Pass it, go get it. Really nice job by Ogden. Look how she squares her shoulders with the backboard so that she can handle the contact.
Courtney, the junior from Atlanta, completes the 3-point play. Card trying to inch their way back into it. They've been down by as many as 19.
Good job by Clardy defending that zipper action, which is a cut up the middle.
Roberts keeping that dribble alive, and Randolph lost it out of bounds. Jeff Walls encouraging his team. The winningest program in the ACC since they joined the conference.
Five Q1 wins for Louisville, 12 in a row coming into tonight.
In the hunt for a 5th ACC regular season championship. They open the night tied with Duke. They are comfortably in front of Miami at the half down in South Florida tonight. Istanbululu. And Louisville will keep it. Istanbuloglu sets the screen. Roberts long on the shot. Louisville 0 for their first 5 possessions, so opportunity here early in this third quarter for Stanford, and the pass to Kate Pay.
Immediately gives it to the official. I mean, frustration about not taking care of the basketball. And that's the Louisville ball pressure, though. I mean, they're in a stance, they've got high hands, they're connected and communicate. They really work hard on that end of the floor.
Barry, runner off the window, no. And they're 0 for 5 to open up the half. And after that miss, 0 for 6. Swain, well short on the 3.
That's one of those situations, when in doubt, shoot it. And you got to keep moving it to try to get Louisville in rotation. You try to get a piece of the paint, play through the pinch. They've had success playing through the elbows. That's a really hard spot on the floor to guard.
Randolph calling for it. And a foul. That'll be on Ogden. That's her first. Neither side any foul issues in that first half. And Randolph, a 76% free throw shooter.
So most nights when you watch Mackenly Randolph play, as a player for Jeff Walls, it averages about 8 and 5, right? She always has one of the best plus minuses. It's because she does all the subtle things that you might not recognize on the stat sheet. She's in a stance, she rotates well, she rebounds her position, she rebounds out of her area.
And she now has a new career high, Debbie.
They can play her at the 3 or the 4 when he wants to play small. Like, here's a smaller lineup on the floor right now with Ziegler at the 5, 4 guards.
Well, the sophomore class so good with Barry and Randolph and Taj Roberts. Linnea Hardy. There's Swain. Nice off the bounce.
Good screen on the baseline by Eschmeyer.
Stanford inching their way back in it. Ziegler, nice off the bounce.
Really nice take.
They talked about winning those 1v1s today. They thought they would have the advantage. Beating defenders to the bucket. Ogden will pull up.
Courtney Ogden needs to be a little more aggressive. She's got to demand the basketball right now. She and Clardy are the veteran players on the floor with 3 freshmen.
Ziegler hits the 3. 6th of the night for Louisville. They average about 7 a game.
I just love it when the 6'2" can shoot threes, take it off the bounce, and post up.
Ogden kicks it out to Clardy. Good weak side rebound, Shumfai, and then a reach-in foul.
Louisville, the versatility.
ESPN at 1 o'clock with Baylor and West Virginia. So 4 ranked teams in action. Big Sunday coming up. Booker had, what, 24 tonight in their win. Oklahoma, of course, that big South Carolina win in overtime on their resume. Some be good ones to watch. Got a Monday night doubleheader, too. Carolina, NC State, and South Carolina, Texas A&M. As we move into play for K action.
Both teams tonight wearing pink. Stanford wearing their home pink uniforms.
Ijiwoye will check back in for Stanford. Louisville led by Mackenly Randolph with 14. Laura Ziegler has 13 points, 9 rebounds. 8 of the 9 that have played have scored. Another well-balanced attack. Ogden trying to light a fire in this third quarter for Stanford to get back in it. Here's Clardy, and fouled on the shot by Berry.
Can't foul the jump shooter, ever. 8 seconds on the shot clock, it's a bailout.
First on Berry, Raina Scott will come in, and Clardy to the free throw line. Out of Conway, Arkansas, 80% on the year. Trying to pick up a quad 1 win. As of right now on their schedule, this is their last chance prior to the ACC tournament. They have a couple already on the resume with a net of 36, projected as an 8 seed right now. Trying to get back to the NCAA tournament after they missed out last year, ending a streak of 36 years in a row under Tara Vanderveer in the NCAA tournament. And now her protege, Kate Pay, trying to get them back there. Charlie Cream has his updated bracketology, Tuesdays and Fridays. So he'll have a new one coming out tomorrow. A lot of big names in action tonight. No real surprises other than Mississippi State, a winner over Tennessee tonight.
Heavy ball screen offense is Louisville, and
Yep.
make you really guard lots of different actions. Right there, they go to a ball screen into a step up. That's a tough contested three. Ball got stuck on the same side of the floor for too long for Jeff Walls' team.
Ijiwoye hits the three.
Okay, she hadn't made many, but it's better than shooting a corner three at the top of the floor. And she hit some in warm-ups. I was watching her because in the Cal game, she did not make any, and they didn't guard her. And now all of a sudden, it's a 10-point game.
Yeah, Ziegler responds on the other end.
Stanford made some nice adjustments in the second half. Kate Pay's team a little settled down, and Louisville has sort of lost their mojo on the defensive end. They were impacting the basketball so much in the first half, not so much here in the second.
Ijiwoye off the bounce for a bucket. Big thing is they just have the 1 turnover so far in this third quarter. And look at Shay with a dozen points. Nice bounce back for her. Ziegler responds with a 3, and she has scored 5 in a row for Louisville.
I like this timeout because Jeff Walls is, and when you look at Jeff Walls and you know he's one of 4 active coaches that have been to 4 Final Fours. That's Gino and Mulkey, who you saw there, and Dawn Staley as well, is the other 3. It's pretty good company.
And they are fighting for a regular season championship in the ACC, tied atop the conference right now with Duke.
Well, you knew Jeff Walls was going to come with a change off his defense. They go to trap the ball screen. Look at the havoc they've created. Don't foul here.
No, they're going to call one with 4.9 to go on the shot clock. Well, you can count on Jeff to change something coming out of the timeout.
And that was the change to the ball screen coverage. As you take a look at his son, Jacob, who's a manager, running off the floor, getting a high five for his hustle all the way across midcourt to clean up the floor. One of Jeff's 4 kids.
Louisville gets the takeaway. Here's Randolph. Stanford so far winning this third quarter to make things interesting. Ziegler has been the star for the Cards since coming out of the locker room. She's got 10 of their 11 points. And she's going to be whistled for a 3-second violation there.
Good defense. Mary Ashley Stevenson walls up in the inside, stays vertical. Really nice job. Kate Pay becoming the point guard over there that she is naturally, making sure her team looks more composed here in the second half.
Eschmeyer, good baseline drive. Offensive foul.
And Kate Pay is applauding, and I understand why. Here's your 6'5" freshman. Well, I don't know about that.
She got underneath
I don't
her.
like to see the basket being taken away because I like offense. I don't think so.
The restricted line doesn't matter in women's hoops on the floor there.
You have to establish legal guarding position, and you have to referee the defense in that situation. But Coach Pay applauding her young freshman for being really aggressive off the bounce.
Final minute of this third quarter. Randolph turns right into Ijiwoye, who ties her up. It's going to stay at this end.
One of the things Kate Pay always says about Ijiwoye is she loves her energy. And she comes into the game, and she usually provides that on the defensive end. She's been good off the bounce tonight as well.
No reset. So 7 on the shot clock here for Louisville. Clardy comes back on for Swain. Easton Bululu, here comes the double and a foul with 4 seconds on the shot clock.
You got to have better defensive discipline right there. But, you know, both teams making mistakes late in the clock. Ijiwoye does a really good job of rotating down there to double. You just can't commit that foul.
Louisville 6 for 7 from the line tonight. Hey, it's the 39th annual WWE Royal Rumble from Saudi Arabia coming up on Saturday. Cody Rhodes will be there. You can stream it exclusively with the ESPN Unlimited plan, live or on demand using the ESPN app. Sign up to log in with your TV provider to unlock your access. Coverage begins at 2 Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. Stanford can hold for the final shot of the quarter.
Let's see if they run 2 at her. They switch.
Ogden, corner 3, short. Louisville's got a chance. Scott running with Roberts, and Scott does get it up in time for the lay-in to beat the buzzer. Big 4-point swing, and nobody. The band leader tonight here at Stanford.
I just love college.
Here's Shay Ijiwoye. She's been the leader tonight for the Cardinals. She's got 12 points.
They go to horns. They put their 2 bigs on top of the floor, and you got a mismatch in there with Eschmeyer.
Clardy, baseline, leans into it. Eschmeyer, nice offensive rebound and a foul.
You know what? I want to say this about Alex Eschmeyer because I really believe she's going to be a superstar. She's long and athletic. She has range outside the 3-point line. And she's going to get in a weight room for Kate Pay in the offseason, and she's going to get stronger. Her shoulders and her upper body, her lower body for leverage. She's got a brilliant game coming here at Stanford.
Boy, and they've had such an amazing run of bigs over the years, whether it's the Agwumake's, whether it's Val Whiting and Trish Stevens, Jane Appel, Cameron Brink, Heather Owen and Kristen Focal back in the day.
Don't forget Vanessa Nygaard, Naomi Paluumtele.
Muli Tawa-Opele.
Yeah. Yes, Muli Tawa-Opele.
Olympia Scott. Brooke Smith. An impressive list along the front line over the years. Alana Smith. Here's Taj Roberts. They'll get another possession out of it. She'll try again. Rebound, Haley Swain. top 10 recruit in this number 3 rated freshman recruiting class for Kate Pay. Hey, men's college hoops comes your way. Saturday's ESPN schedule starts at noon. Duke, Va-Tech, SMU, Louisville, and BYU, Kansas. Big Saturday of ESPN hoops.
I'm looking forward to being at the SMU Louisville game on Saturday. 2 o'clock in the Yum Center. I think Stanford's done a much better job of getting the ball below the free throw line tonight. Just in the second half. Like, you can't let Louisville's defense keep you on the top of the floor. You have to get the ball inside, play below the free throw line so you can shrink the defense a little bit. And they've done some of that to free up some of their offense. But they've done a much better job of taking care of the ball.
14 first half turnovers, 4 so far in the second half. Roberts, nice feed to E, and 1.
Just an acceleration by Roberts into the top of the floor, and then having the understanding that Istanbululu was going to be open inside. It's a great finish. And passed the ball only where she could catch it.
Jeff Walls loving that assist for Taj. They want to get another possession here. Randolph with the board. Got a 2-man game on this side of the floor. Randolph going to work. No. Drops it off for Istanbululu. Another pretty feed on the interior passing.
It's a good gamble by Scott. It's a great pass by Randolph. Another great feed. I mean, she just works hard right here. She's got an advantage. She rebounds out of her area, and she sees 3 white jerseys and an open jersey on the opposite side of the rim. Really nice job.
Good recognition, Debbie. Off the offensive rebound, they immediately saw the mismatch and went to work on it.
Louisville playing some zone.
It's been a rarity lately, right?
Not many possessions of zone by Jeff Walls. He's only played 5 in the last 5 games, but then they go to man late.
3 on the shot clock.
Anything to confuse the offense just a little or make them hesitate.
Inbound to Ogden, and she's fouled.
What a play. What an athletic play by Courtney Ogden. 3 on the shot clock. You know that you got to be ready to defend without fouling. It's just a great screen by Ijiwoye.
It's going to be the 3rd on Scott. Ogden 1 for 1 at the line.
They had it to 10. And then Louisville just keeps the heat on with their defense.
Short on the jumper there. Ijiwoye, and it is Clardy leaking out the other way. Scott stepping through, finger roll short. And here comes another chance for Stanford. Clardy, 3. Ogden weak side. Ogden gets in the lane, no.
Good heads-up play right there by Ziegler. This is what I like. 6-2, going to initiate, call the set right here, run the offense. interchangeable parts.
That's a veteran for you. Has her 4th double-double of the season. They work it inside out. Clardy with a block. Shot clock winding down, and just in time. Nope. Shot clock violation.
No talking on defense for Louisville, in really good position, and then the drive. Right?
Swain fouled.
When you are being overplayed, you have to put the ball on the ground and drive it. It's one way that you can beat an aggressive defense, but you have to be ready when you get to the second level to make a play for one of your teammates.
First foul on Roberts will get Swain to the line, and the freshman left-hander knocks down the first. She's got 9. Out of Marietta, Georgia, big-time recruit arriving. And an opportunity for the freshmen the rest of the way to really get some quality time together. They'll have Notre Dame coming in here over the weekend. They still have 2 trips back east, including late February, going to Miami and Florida State. Ziegler hits.
Smart. She sees the help in the lane, doesn't over-penetrate, pull up and stick a mid-range.
She's got 20.
She's seen, we've seen her whole skill set on display tonight. She's done a little bit of everything for Louisville. And right, look at that ball screen defense right there. Pokes at the hedge.
Shot clock's winding down, another poke away. Good defense for Louisville.
All started with Ziegler jumping out on the hedge on a ball screen and getting a deflection. What a game she's having.
Man, she becomes the 6th different Cardinal this year with a 20-point outing. And her season high tonight.
A great pickup in the portal for Louisville.
She'll set the screen here for Barry. Right back to Ziegler, looking for 3. And Stevenson clears.
It's a good decision, though. I don't think Ziegler's taking a bad shot. That's tough to guard right there, that little action that they run on the top of the floor.
Stanford now playing against Louisville and the clock. Under 5 minutes to go. Ijiwoye. Ziegler faces up, gets into the lane, and hits it.
Dumped a playbook on Ziegler now. First it was Mackenly Randolph in the first half. Now it's Laura Ziegler.
22 points, 11 rebounds, her best game of the year. And a timeout called by Stanford.
22 points in 16 shots, a couple of free throws, a couple of assists. Really nice work.
Over 1,500 points in her career, including a record 43-point outing when she was playing at St. Joe's last year.
You can see how the great Cindy Griffith used her. Cindy Griffith at St. Joe's. Now you got Jeff Walls dialing it up.
Defensively, they've gotten it done, forcing turnovers, taking away #1 options, really making it difficult for Stanford to run their offense tonight in the quarter court.
Oh,
nice
good
cut, Jones. Assist, Roberts.
You know, Taj Roberts leads this team in assists. And there's a deflection by Barry.
Oh, and she may have turned an ankle. A collision at midcourt. Been having a big breakout season this year. In contention for 6th player of the year in the ACC, most improved player in the ACC.
See her right there at midcourt, gets a deflection.
She may have landed on.
Oh, it looks like on
yeah.
the back of her Achilles.
She'll get some attention from the athletic trainers. Hopefully for Louisville, that's just a scrape along the back of the leg there.
You know, because I'm thinking most teams don't have depth to be able to absorb something, but Louisville does.
Jones.
I mean, bullies her way
Nice
to the
little
rim.
step through there. Eight of the 9 that have played have scored tonight for Louisville. They're on an 8-0 run to put the finishing touches on an impressive start to their West Coast road swing. Of course, they'll be over at Berkeley next. And setting up for a showdown with Duke a week from tonight, which may just decide the regular season championship. They're both unbeaten atop the league right now. And that'll be a home game for the Ville on ESPN. Quick timeout here for Louisville just to get some substitutes on. And their fans are going to have a nice hand here for Ziegler tonight, checking out. So's Roberts, so's Randolph. Mackenly with a new career high tonight, had a terrific first half. Don't forget, too, a big weekend on ESPN, ESPN2, and ABC, a Sunday doubleheader, Baylor, West Virginia, OU, Texas, and then Monday night doubleheader, UNC, North Carolina State, the Play for K game on K-Yow Court, and then South Carolina in action at Texas A&M. They had that big win earlier in the week to knock Vanderbilt from the unbeaten ranks.
Good take.
Nice take there by Haley Swain.
Get the floor all spread out.
Tennessee lost tonight, so I think that's back to a 3-way tie now atop the SEC.
That's been a great race on the top. Big Ten, though, top to bottom, is probably the best league right now.
UCLA out in front there. Big showdown with Iowa. Coming up on Sunday. Both of them averaging over 80 a game, Debbie.
There are 12 teams projected now into the NCAA tournament, and they are all 1 through 10 seeds. Nobody on the bubble right now. That's how good that league has been. Of course, the ACC has 9 projected with 2 on the bubble, and Stanford as an 8 seed. Louisville projected as a 2 seed.
Yeah. UConn and Tennessee renewing their rivalry this weekend as well. Something to keep an eye on. Sarah Strong is flirting with a 60-40-90 season.
That'd be impressive.
Nobody's ever done that in men's or women's college basketball D1, where you're shooting 60% field goal, 40% three, and 90% free throw. Usually 50-40-90 is the standard.
Amari Berry is a 50-40-90 in ACC play, but 60-40-90 is impressive.
really good chance that they're going to run the table and go undefeated in the regular season. And then, oh, I'd love to be in the selection committee room. Who's the overall #1?
It's going to be interesting because UConn is right now with 6 quad 1 wins. I'm sorry, 5, and they can maybe get 1 more with Tennessee.
And UCLA's what, 11?
UCLA's got 11.
Yeah.
They're probably going to be at 13 or 14.
Yeah. Clardy spins and scores after Grace Mbugua scored on the other end for Louisville.
Second personal number 23, Skylar Jones, 15 foul.
Watch Clardy right here. Floor opens up and she drives. There's the foul. Plays through the contact. That's the difference between freshmen and juniors with weight room work that can make those kind of plays. And that's my point about Eschmeyer. She's going to be able to do that. She's pretty tough right now. She's going to get tougher.
Big story for Stanford, of course, moving forward, Debbie, is can they get Aguera and Lopolo back? Nunu unavailable tonight, and Lopolo the second straight game that she is unavailable. And when you've got Hannah Hidalgo coming to town with Notre Dame, you got to be buttoned up on the perimeter.
Yeah. Well, you just don't dribble the ball around her, okay? And if she's on the weak side of the floor, keep her over there.
Ijiwoye hitting her second triple. That matches her season total coming into the game.
I thought Stanford played a much better second half after turning the ball over 14 times in the first half. It's hard against a team that's as good defensively as Louisville.
For sole possession of first place. Yeah, and that'll come your way on ESPN. Well, it's going to be an offensive foul called on Reagan Bender. Rebecca Graves also out there on the floor.
I love that Jeff Walz is playing the end of his bench, okay? I think it's great that he's given them a chance to play the players that are in practice every day, doing everything the other players are doing, and not worrying about his net efficiency.
Stanford gets an extra possession, and Ogden will hit the triple. Some full court pressure here. And the pass intercepted by Ogden. Misses the layup, and here's Graves. Yevhenia Putra also into the ball game. There's another takeaway. Clardy gets the lay-in.
Well, and then the other thing is Stanford doesn't press until Jeff Walz empties his bench. So there's 2 things working here. Jeff Walz is telling his
He's
team
still
to be
coaching
tougher.
him up. Hey, be strong with the ball. Stanford will drop to 4-5 in league play as Skylar Jones scores a couple more. And Louisville will pick up its 20th win of the season and get to 10-0 in the ACC.
Jeff telling his team to score.
Shot won't go. Putra with the rebound. And that'll do it. So the Louisville Cardinals